Alrighty, we just got out of Publix. I don't know if you can see that. And they were good, no problems. I talked to Chris, and he said everything's good. And I normally conceal. It's okay, I normally conceal. But the reason why sometimes I think it's a good idea to open, I'll tell you why. There's a variety of reasons, but I'll just give you one. The people will get used to it. And what I'm trying to say is, like, rights are like muscles, like you guys know. If they're not exercised, they could be forgotten about, right? You don't go to the gym in a long time, what happens? You get flabby, right? So it's not about intimidation, it's about education. A lot of people don't realize that just because you don't see a gun doesn't mean people aren't carrying. And not everyone that has a gun is a bad guy. In fact, the reverse is true. Most people that carry are good guys, whether they carry concealed or whether they carry open. Most people are good people, right? You might not like people, but inherently most people are okay and they don't want to do bad things, right? So I guess what I'm trying to get at is, it's good that people see people open carry once in a while. It is good because it gives people a sense of, hey, you know what? Guns really aren't that bad. You know, if people see it more, they get calmer, they get used to it. And I know some people have a right, they don't like it, and that's fine too. You know, it's not about it's not about that. It's just about being able to have the freedom to conceal or to open. And again, I've always said to you guys, most times I carry concealed, but there's some times where you want to carry open. And to be quite honest with you, today I did carry open because, you know, I heard on the news Publix is honoring it, and I want to thank them, which I did. Manager Chris at River Crossings in Port Richey, I thanked him for honoring the Second Amendment and our rights, and I'll be doing more shopping here. Anyone that honors my rights or your rights as an American, those are the places you want to support. I will no longer support stores that don't support my constitutional rights. I'm just not going to do it, right? Nobody said a word. Everyone in the store was polite. There was no hysteria. The sky, like Ron DeSantis says, the sky didn't fall down. The managers, one manager even thanked me. He said, I like knowing that you're one of the good guys, you know. And he said, if something were to happen, I know I can count on you. He said that. I'm not going to name the guy's name, but that's what he said. He said, it's good to know that there are good people that will stand up for what's right. And I feel, you know, in not so many words, he said, I think it's a good thing sometimes. So, +1 to River Crossings and Publix. You guys, I've always shopped here. You guys have always been nice to me. And now, I'm gonna do 100% of my shopping here. I don't care if items cost $1 or $2 more. I like the service. They help you unload your stuff to the car. It's very cool. And again, like I say, the open carry stuff, it's not meant to intimidate. It's meant to educate. And the girl that helped me out carry the groceries, she said, oh, my mom carries, but she carries concealed. I said, well, that's great. You know, and like women and men that are frailer in stature, you're probably better to carry concealed most times because you can be overpowered. You know, anybody can be overpowered, but you know what I'm saying. People with disabilities, frail in stature, the elderly, women, they're probably it's more conducive that they would conceal, okay? I think that it's situational, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, and I think it's not only situational as to where you are, it's also a personal thing. We live in Florida here. It's hot. You know, you throw the shirt, you can only wear a t-shirt on most days down here. So, like, if you throw the shirt over the weapon, now your skin is on metal or plastic. It's very uncomfortable. And, you know, that's a subject that people don't talk about. It's a comfort factor. It's not, oh, my God, you think you're tough because you have a gun. That has nothing to do with it, you know? I'd be tough without a gun. But anyway, you know, like all things being said, it's your rights, it's your country. Carry open once in a while. It doesn't matter what people say or think, right? But would I make a blanket statement and say carry open all the time and, you know, walk? No, probably not. My opinion is you probably shouldn't, you know. There are times and places where you should, and there's times and places you probably shouldn't. You know, you go to a family picnic. Do you have to carry open? No, but you could if you wanted to. It's situational, you know. So that being said, +1 Publix, and you guys earn my 100% business, and that's it. Lemonade Man, share, like, and subscribe to the Lemonade Man's channel.